In today's gaming news, Dark Souls replaces games for Windows Live, H1Z1 enters early access next month, and mainstream media does a decent job of covering esports? What is this sorcery? Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Force here with your day's gaming news. First up today, Dark Souls has fully replaced that rubbish of games for Windows Live. Beginning today, you can update Dark Souls so that it utilizes Steam's Steamworks functionality. You're gonna have the option to transfer any save data from now until February the 16th. Now, after February 16th, if you have any save game progress that was on games for Windows Live, you're gonna kind of be out of luck. And actually, this is the main reason I'm telling you guys about this. Because if you have old characters, but you're not currently playing Dark Souls, the Prepare to Die edition, get that data transferred as soon as possible. Because again, after the 16th, if you try to go back to the game sometime next year, you're gonna be like, hey, where's all my information? Well, it's on Microsoft's crappy system that they decided to close down. Which, by the way, let's use this as an opportunity to praise the fact that Game for Windows Live is no longer a thing. Thank you so much, the sun. I'm praising you. Praising the sun? Next up in news, H1Z1 will be entering early access starting next month. H1Z1 is a free-to-play zombie survival sandbox MMO that will be coming to Steam's early access beginning on January 15th. Now, when announcing this on Reddit, Sony Online Entertainment's CEO John Smedley made it clear that this is an early access title. He said, "Is H1Z1 going to be better than DayZ Day 1? No, it won't. That being said, we're also a different game. We're an MMO, and our goals are to create a large-scale world that gives you the incredible feeling of being a survivor in a zombie apocalypse." Frankly, I think it's good that he just came right out and said it. Obviously, there's going to be comparisons between this game and DayZ or the World Z or State of Decay or any other zombie survival apocalypse type title, but specifically DayZ, I think there's a lot of comparisons to be drawn because it's like more of an open world survival game that has a heavy incorporation of the multiplayer MMO experience. And that portion of this thing is probably the one thing that I'm excited for about this title, because you look at it on its face and it just seems like DayZ. Yeah, it seems so similar to those. So it's really gonna be how much of a massive living, breathing world or unbreathing, dead world can they create in the MMO aspect of this. That's what's really going to be a selling point of this title. But yes, when it hits early access, it's not going to be all those things. It's not going to have even all the features that a title like DayZ currently has. What they're hoping, though, is that in the future, it has all of that and more. We'll see if they can do it. And last up today, believe it or not, but mainstream media has actually done a decent job of covering gaming, more specifically, esports. In a segment aired on CBS Sunday morning, correspondent John Blackstone covered the growth and popularity of esports, talking about recent major tournaments in games like StarCraft 2, League of Legends, Call of Duty, and Hearthstone, and even going over hard numbers like the fact that League of Legends Championship had 27 million viewers when compared to the World Series, which only rang in 14 million. Now, throwing out those numbers does something to sort of the general population who's not familiar with gaming, and it gives it a sense of legitimacy. The thing that I loved about this piece, though, which is about 10 minutes long, is that they treated gaming and esports with respect. There was a specific moment where John was speaking with Michael Pachter, and they were talking about the fact that, to me, he said, I can't understand why someone watches gaming, why someone watches competitive gaming, other people playing games, but I can understand people watching golf. And Pachter retorted, my wife doesn't understand why people watch golf because she's not a golfer, in the same sense that if you're not a gamer, you probably don't understand why people watch other people game. Pachter went on to say that it's simply the fact that there's so many people playing these games and they're interested in the competitive side and they want to see the best of the best. And that's how it is. That's how it is with real sports. People want to see the top athletes, the people who are in their prime doing it like no one else can do it. Same thing goes with competitive gaming. I just wanted to tell you guys about this because I think, again, this is one of the few mainstream media pieces covering gaming and esports that's treated it with respect and that's done a good job of presenting it to the uninitiated. So I wanted to tell you guys to see it for yourself if you're not an esports fan, but you're still into gaming, or to even just show it to other people. You've got a mother, a father, a friend, a relative, anyone who doesn't understand what you're passionate about, show them this piece, and maybe that'll give them that much more insight into the world within which we live. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching this episode of The Feed. As always, please be sure to comment in the comment section below about any of the topics discussed here today. Dark Souls 2 replacing Games for Windows Live, that dead service, that's a good thing. H1Z1 going into early access in January. Do you plan to check it out? And then check out that eSports coverage piece from CBS Sunday morning, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have a fantastic afternoon. I will see you tomorrow. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. Frankly, it was just nice to finally see a piece covering professional gaming where the correspondent wasn't like, ha 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 ha, people playing games for a living. Isn't that so funny, all of you regular viewers? I just see those things and I want to say, well, you know, the funny thing is a lot of those pros probably make more money than you do. Just saying.